Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat!
Hey there, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys just defeated some evil ghouls and saved a female skeleton from certain death. However, on EX, the boys soon learn that the living are the monsters. Dun dun dun. Also this week, I am on jury duty, and I'm going to talk about jury duty as I found out while I was sitting there in the box that this is not only one of the most fascinating experiences I ever had, but it really relates to role-playing and how jury duty could help out your role-playing. I know this one's going to be a little weird, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. So we're moving along on our Eoxian adventure. The boys finally have finished all with their kibitzing and are starting to get back into the combat. Combat. Lots of combat coming up. As I said last week, the plot development and story portion of this book is sort of over, and now it gets down to the brass tacks where they actually have to go find out what's going on, and that usually means combat, as we all know. This book has some very interesting combats for those who know the book. I know a lot of people are looking forward to what's coming up. I will, however, tell you it doesn't quite go as you would expect, which is probably what you would expect with the Roll for Combat guys. So if the Roll for Combat guys never do what you expect, does that mean you expect them to do the unexpected? Huh? I guess so. With that, let's get right into the show. So anyhow, the skeleton's like, who are you? Who are you, fellas? Why are living? Don't kill me, living.
Oh, don't worry, bizarre, strange creature. We are actually here to help.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
I would like to make a knowledge check on her.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hiroji.
Just to know what this is. Is it a skeleton? Like I know from that?
Yeah. You can do a knowledge check.
25.
Yeah, she is a... what the hell is she? She's a bone trooper.
Oh.
That's sort of like the shock troops, and just sort of like a skeleton trooper. It's like Starship Troopers, only skeleton troopers. And yeah, there you go. They're pretty weak. They're pretty weak.
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Gretel.
Gretel, what were these nasty ghouls trying to do to kill you?
Oh, well, why are you here? How did you know I was being attacked? Did you hear my screams through the door?
I actually forgot. We're Starfinders on a mission.
Oh, are you from the Ministry?
Yes.
Well, sort of, yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Chris rolls his bluff check.
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
Ministry of Eternal Vigilance.
Oh, wow. Yes, let me tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. I am a loyal Eoxian citizen, and
Good.
If I didn't know that putting in that report would have gotten back word to loyalists to the fleet, this obviously was some corpse fleet loyalists that were trying to intimidate me. They must have found out somehow that I put in that report and were trying to intimidate me and find out what I was doing.
Were they trying to kill you? Oh, so they're just trying to intimidate you.
I don't know what they were doing. Look at this place. It's a mess. They're tearing it up. I don't know what they were doing. If it wasn't for you coming in, who knows? They would have smashed me to bits.
They're from the corpse.
Yeah, by the way, this is all in Eoxian.
I speak Eoxian.
Yeah, I know. I think Mo can't speak Eoxian, so he just hears wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. Well, he's in recline. He's reposing right now, gaining his stamina back. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I say, excuse me one moment, ma'am. I need to ask one of my compatriots something here. Rusty,
Yes.
you took a nasty bite from that thing, from that ghoul. Maybe you want.
I know. Thank goodness it hasn't festered. I've been very concerned about that.
Do you want me to take a closer look at that?
No, luckily I've been able to actually check it out and using all of my own med kits and med patches and made sure it's perfectly all right.
Okay, because I am trained medic. You do know that, right?
I hear a lot about the various things you say you're trained in. Sure.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, all right. Back to you. Well, we're going to take a look at these bodies and see if they have any identification insignias on them to confirm that they are from the corpse fleet. And I start searching the body that's closest to me.
You search the bodies, and sure enough, you find they're just ghouls, and they don't have anything to identify them as parts of the corpse fleet.
One of that patches.
No, they don't have a patch. And they just seem to have officer ceremonial plate armor. They have frostbite class 0 rifles with high capacity batteries, a tactical swoop hammer, and several frag grenade Mark IIs.
Ooh.
There
How
we go.
many of those?
Yes.
You guys.
We love our grenades.
You love your grenades.
I'm a big fan. I would have tossed all of them in at them if I had known I had.
4.
I'll take 2.
I'll take one.
I don't want to.
I'll take one.
Yeah. I'm the grenade E, not the grenade
The ironic thing is, you're the only one proficient in it.
Yeah.
I think. Or maybe Tuttle is.
I'm not the grenadier. I am the grenade E.
And these rifles I have no interest in, but the high capacity batteries I like. How many of those are there? Well, we'll figure that out later if we want to.
Well, keep in mind the high capacity batteries only work with these rifles. So it's like you can't put a high capacity battery. It's sort of like A batteries, D, C batteries. Like the ones that you have, the regular batteries, those are A.
There are certain weapons that use the high capacity, right?
Right.
So if you have one of those weapons, it would work.
Right.
But
and these weapons use the C batteries.
My
aka
weapon uses
the
bullets
high
right now,
capacity.
so it doesn't use any batteries at all.
I'm kind of curious about how the frostbite works. Are these undead? Why would they be rolling around with frostbite? Does that
To hurt the living.
Does that do cold damage? Yeah, but they're on Eoxian.
I know, but
or Eox.
but it would make sense though because they hate the living, and so they want to do things bad to the living.
I guess it's just a poor choice for this planet. For the entire planet, it's a poor choice. Like on every other planet,
maybe they're all bluster, and they weren't really going to hurt anyone. But
well, they seem to use their swoop hammers a lot. So.
Yeah, maybe that's like stun guns for the undead.
Jason McDonald is playing the Yosoki mechanic Tuttle Blacktail and his drone Cheddar.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll buy that.
All right,
They're
so
set for stun.
You'll buy that for $1?
I'll buy that for $1. So she submitted a report to the Ministry of Eternal Vigilance, and these guys riled up. So have we read that report?
Yeah, you have it.
Well, we have
that.
it.
The 2 quests we picked up. Yeah, this individual, let's see, what's her name? Bonesmith, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline
reported something of, I don't know, something amiss. I can't remember what it was, but she's the one
It's
that
in the
filed the
notes.
report.
Scroll up.
Oh yeah, the ministry. Okay, yeah, it's right here.
Tell me then.
I don't know which one it is.
It's the second one, the one filed by her. See? Own Trooper.
Oh, messages. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Someone needed to purchase new outerwear or curious tests, especially considering the late hour. And in any event, she never returned to the flat. Wait, no, this isn't. This isn't it. This is the other one. It's the first one. Not this
No,
one.
I'm saying it now. It's in general instead of handouts. That's why I didn't see it. Okay.
I don't see it.
Corpse Fleet Incident Report.
Okay, I was reading the second one.
The
and
second one I was reading that was filed by Gretel.
That's not it.
Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
Gretel. She's Gretel.
Oh, it says in the game that her name is Jacqueline.
Yeah, that's
Bonesmith
Jacqueline. Okay.
In
Like-
D20
like-
Pro,
well, if
when
you-
you,
if you
click
click
on
on
her
her.
name, it says Bonesmith Jacqueline, so I thought it was somebody else. Okay,
That's why I stopped reading.
me too.
Anyway, at 6 in the morning, she entered her quarters and discovered that most of her belongings were gone. I guess her roommate, and found a scrap of paper on the floor that looks like it fell out of her journal. Okay, on that scrap, somebody, Harvin. I can't even read what that says. Harvin wrote her disillusionment with the current Eoxian policy and her intention to join a contingent of the corpse fleet that is currently operating in Orpheus. I believe that Harvin has left the spice to enlist the corpse fleet. Okay, so
Her flatmates joined the corpse. Fleet.
yeah, so they joined the movement, like terrorist organization or something, and this is the one that reported it.
Gretel, I understand you're a veteran. We'd love to know about this report you filed about your flatmate that seems to have needed new clothing.
Oh, yeah, yes. Hold on 1 second. And she walks on over to a drawer and pulls out the journal page and shows it to you. She's like, here's the page I mentioned in my report.
Well, we read the page, or she reads it to us.
Oh, okay. Well, she's handing it to someone. Is someone going to take it?
I'll take it.
Mo
Anyone.
can't. He's
Doesn't matter.
resting.
Well, can't read. Yucks, yeah.
The Mo can't read.
All right, you take it and you look it over. It's just a scrap, and in it you learn that Harvini was planning to meet with something called the Marrow Blight before taking up her illicit commission in the corpse fleet. She looks at you and says, "Yeah, I don't know a prominent Marrow Blight that is locally associated with the corpse fleet, but I do know that there's a few that are outside of town. So, yeah, that's all I know. But you can see right here, she says in black and white that she is going to meet up with the corpse fleet. See?
Yes. That's a trait. She's a traitor.
That's right. Traitor to Eox and all that we stand for.
And must be crushed.
That's right, my lizard friend.
Rebel.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Rebel scum.
Yeah, Mo is like laying down, and you just hear him say it weakly. She must be crushed. On the other side of the room, you just hear that little disembodied voice of Mo mumbling to himself.
You could use a resolve point to get all your stamina back.
Well, that's what I'm doing, but it takes
well,
like
why
10
bother?
minutes to do.
Oh, he's doing it right now.
Marrow Blight. What is that? That's some type of undead. Yes.
That was the one.
That's the thing with the big claw, with the multiple claws and the.
Yeah.
And the 57 attacks.
Yes.
Excellent.
And attacks that don't roll 3 and 2 and 4
So
and
so
5.
you exactly.
Or they hit even when they do.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. We love those
So-
monsters.
You don't have coordinates up to where this corpse fleet is, right? I'm sure there's nothing. She didn't write down anything like that, right?
No, it just says in there that she's going to meet with the Marrow Blight and then get assigned to her position.
And you know where this Marrow Blight is?
No idea. I have no idea where that is.
Wineta Trucks will probably know this. This strikes me as something to take to Wineta Trucks for deciphering. That's what Mo says. If you guys are translating any of this to him, I assume you
I'm
are.
sure that Hiroji is. I'm so confused by Eoxian. I just don't get it.
You speak it though, yes?
Look, a few words, sure. I mean, who doesn't really?
Conversational Eoxian.
I can ask where the bathroom is, you know.
Okay. Well then, one thing we need to figure out, like, what are we supposed to do with these ghoul bodies?
Probably take them to trucks too.
Oh, well, if you don't do something with them, I'm sure I'll get them disposed of. But if you want to drag them outside,
They'll make for a light snack.
Yes, yes. Well, no, not for me. I don't eat ghoul.
Well, if you can't get rid of them, if you know a guy that can do that, then
A cleaner.
that would be good, because it's probably not good PR to have a bunch of living dragging around a bunch of corpses of freaking-
ghouls.
I don't know how exotic these ghouls are in this vicinity. Is this are these
They're-
considered monsters, or are they
No.
like citizenry?
They're citizens.
They're
Oh.
people. John,
Yeah,
they're
no.
They're
people.
people.
For God's sakes.
You know,
you-
ghouls are people
You
too.
lifest bastard.
We
Alright,
need to
well,
call the wolf. Get him over
Yeah,
here.
well, that's definitely not Mo. All right, so
All right. Do we have any interest in any of their other gear? Really? I mean, I guess it has some value, right?
we've searched their. They know they should have cred sticks. I
They have no cred sticks.
no.
They have things that could be sold, though.
They have lots of stuff that can be sold.
All right, well, drag all that up.
So we take all their stuff and bring it back to the ministry.
just
Oh wait,
conspicuously walking
wait!
around with
Before you go,
Here.
Yes?
you fellows look like you're pretty strong, and on the up
Oh
and
yes,
up.
I am.
She sort of digs around in like her drawers, and she says, when my time in the 5th Squadron, I don't need this anymore. I'm no longer a bone trooper, and I was hanging on to this souvenir of my time in the service. And she looks at it, and she's like, but honestly though, I have no use for it anymore, and it will likely help you way more than it would ever help me. So let it be a reminder. Not all of us who are dead are bad people. And she hands you a haste circuit armor upgrade.
Well, really?
Ooh.
Huh.
Research,
What does that mean?
researching.
A haste circuit armor upgrade allows you to benefit from the effects of the haste spell.
Wow. What level? Or does it have a level?
It doesn't have a level.
How many slots?
That I don't know. I don't know how much the haste is. You have to look that up.
Actually, a haste circuit is level 8. 1 slot. Light or heavy armor costs 9,250.
Well, that sounds like a good thing. Yeah.
And what does haste give you? Because it is very, very different in Starfinder than Pathfinder.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, you can, as a swift action, activate and it gains the benefit of the haste spell until you spend another swift action to deactivate it. All right. Oh man. is
So we
that
need to find out the
good?
haste spell.
Yeah.
That
I'm-
is ridiculously good, I'm sure.
I bet it's been nerfed.
It's been nerfed.
The haste spell? Yeah, it's not Pathfinder haste, I get it.
Okay.
Okay,
The
one-
targeted creature moves and acts more quickly than normal. The extra speed has several effects. So making a full attack, a hasty creature can also take a separate move action in order to move. The movement can occur before, after, or between attacks from the full attack. All movement must occur at the same time. All hasted creatures' modes of movement are increased by 30 to a maximum of twice the target's normal speed. Using that form move, this increase counts as an enhancement bonus and it affects the creature's jumping distance as normal for increased speed. Multiple haste effects don't stack. Haste counters the
All
negative
right,
slow.
you're basically you're
Wow.
Okay, so what it does
That's
is
really good.
yeah, it basically allows you to move faster. The biggest advantage of it is when you make a full attack, you can
can move.
also move. And you can do it before, after, or even in between the actions from the full attack.
Wow.
That is very cool.
Does
Right.
anybody do full attacks that we know?
And it will also increase
No one I
your
can think of.
speed
I mean,
by
I don't-
30 feet. That's not all it does, though. Sorry, that's all it does.
Oh,
It's not
man.
quite as good. It's
Are you
really
kidding me? That's
good
great
for people who do full attacks, but it's not like it doesn't give you an extra attack or like the Pathfinder version of haste.
Oh,
So-
that's a really good thing. Anyone
Yeah,
have?
I don't have a huge because I don't do full attacks. It's like
Yeah,
not,
that's
not
basically-
really my thing.
my MO. I mean,
Your
what do they when you reprogram your traits? I got rid of something because because I just do nothing but full attack. So,
What kind of things do you have in your slots now?
I have 2 slots in this armor, and I could probably have something stupid like jump jets and something else good. Jump jets and the electrical thing. So I'm going to go with the. I don't need the jump jets so much. Yeah, I mean, if I can jump, what is it? Oh my gosh, yeah, increase my movement by 30.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. I don't need the jump jets. Okay, so I don't know if that can fit on my armor.
Well, the question is actually also the level. It is a level 8.
That's
So
what
8
I'm
you can
saying. Can I?
Because
With
it is
You can
less
put a
than
level. No, you
2
can put
to
a
3
level.
levels above you. Yeah.
No, he actually could put a level 20. It's what you can buy. You can't buy anything that is more than 2 levels above you, but you can find anything. If you find something that's level 10, you can use it.
But there's no installation limit?
I'm going to guess based on the way that that Paizo has been doing this is that you can only put it on an armor of a certain level.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Really, I can get a first level armor and put a level 20.
No,
upgrade
but
on.
this is magic, and there are rules against like how many magic items you can have. You can only have 2, I believe, on your person. At all.
Still, that's interesting.
And it's also how many. I mean, yeah, it's really, really
Levels
good.
of an armor,
And if you
yeah.
want to, right, if you want to spend 10,000 credits, everyone can have one for 10,000 credits. It is very good, but it's not good for Hiroji. It's probably not that great for Tuttle or Cheddar. Cheddar can't put it on. So
Well, it's vaguely good for anyone, including
It's
me. But
vaguely
I mean, the
but
extra
it is
speed
clearly
is
it is
nice.
clearly best for John. I'm not saying otherwise. I'm actually just kind of intrigued by that.
well,
This seems like a very powerful upgrade that does not seem to follow some of the nerfy rules we've seen with other upgrades. I'm cool with it, but
it's
I'm
Yeah.
it's an 8th level upgrade, and it's 10,000 credits. So yeah, it's a good upgrade.
I'm wondering-
Just as an academic matter, I can take a upgrade slot as one of Cheddar's like one of his things he gets when he levels. Then they could put an upgrade in there at that point, but he can't do it. He can't do it right now because he has no upgrade slots, but he could potentially.
excellent.
All right, so how long does it take to install? Is that something we have to do offline
10
between
minutes.
levels or something?
It's the standard upgrade thing. It's like 10 minutes to
It's-
change out an
yeah,
upgrade.
Okay, all right. I'm going to do that right now. If no one objects. I mean,
Go for it.
it doesn't make any
It
sense.
seems like
to-
it's up your alley.
Yep. Okay, so, gosh, should I get rid of the electricity?
What does that do?
Damage. It does. It's damage resistance plus 5 against electrical attacks, and I kind of think that I will get more utility out of the jump jets.
Yeah.
So I actually think I'm going to get rid of that electrical thing, which is pretty freaking sweet. I mean, when it comes into play, it's nice to have, but yeah, I'm going to get rid of the electrical shield. So, Steve, I know you don't want to do that while we're playing, so let's.
I already did it.
Oh, okay, all right. Then there it is.
So okay, so you got rid of that. You're spending your 10 minutes putting in the haste circuit.
I'll take 10 minutes and do a rest as well because I took about 18 points of damage.
Okay.
I guess I'll take a resolve. I guess I'll heal Cheddar as well. I don't think I took a hit.
Oh, well, mister. I'm going to just heal Cheddar and not take a hit. You did not take a hit.
That is so freaking cool.
Okay. So you spend your time, you heal up. Mo is sort of healed up. You install your new haste circuit. So you can use it 10 rounds. Well, you get 10 capacity, and it's 1 use per round. And the charges replenish each day. So...
Right. Okay, so there's nothing that I do through this interface that activates it. I just tell you. And
Swift action.
You just say you do it. And
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, it's a swift.
Now, I don't think you can do a swift action and a full attack in the same round.
You cannot. That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to take a little while. And the other thing, actually, I see why this isn't so great. It works in light armor or heavy armor, but it doesn't work in power armor. Now, power armor has its own things, and that's like, like heavy armor here is good, but the power armor is really insane. So a lot of these upgrades just don't work.
He doesn't have power armor now, though, right?
No.
No, God, no.
No. It's
That's a whole other level.
couple more levels.
Yeah, power armor's pretty nuts, though.
All right. Well, this is cool. I guess we take that scrap of paper to Trucks. See what she says.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Does that make sense? Tuttle?
Yep.
No, that sounds right. We bring it back to the quest giver.
Okay. So I wipe the blood off and we skip down the street over to.
Wait,
Trucks.
did I just see you clean yourself?
Let's just wipe it down. You know.
Oh, weird.
Hey, I just got this armor. I like to make it nice and tidy. It's good. Good soldiering.
That's sort of where you guys are.
Hello.
All right.
Going in.
So what are you guys doing with all those bodies? Are you trying to drag them?
No, she said she would take care of him, right? That's good enough for me.
No, but you're taking all that armor and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're looting them. If that was your question, of course.
Okay, all that heavy armor. Okay. So as you guys are walking back and Mr. Mo goes into the headquarters, everyone else, Hiroji, Rusty, Tuttle, not Cheddar, feels the cold void of empty space surround them, and they notice a creature coming at them who seems to want to kill them.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Roll
God.
for combat.
Am
Oh,
I
geez.
am
Where the hell did he
I
come from?
that far away from the party?
Well, that was quick.
You ran ahead.
Well, I can incrementally walk on this program.
Hiroji's up. He sees this creature. It feels like your lungs are starting to violently collapse. Give me a fortitude save.
Yikes. Okay.
Just being around this creature is bad.
There we go.
13.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not good. But not-
Definitely not good.
You take 6 points of damage as it's hard for you to breathe. You're up.
Did I make that save or no?
No, you didn't.
Oh, no. Oh, not bad. Not good. I'm like, no, get out of here. And I do my trick thing where he can't. Let's do my stealth for trick attack. So it's a free action. Can I make a mysticism check?
Yeah, sure.
I roll a 9 for a 15. What is this? What is this thing? Do I at least know what it is?
It's a nil.
A nil?
No, nihilist.
A nil.
It's a nihilist.
Okay, that's all I know.
Yeah, you failed your roll.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you one thing you know what this is. The
Okay.
nil has risen from those who died from the exposure to the airless vacuum of space. And they hate the living with a vengeance and collapse the lungs of living creatures with their decompression gaze ability.
Ah, I don't feel so good.
This thing seems to want to kill you.
All right, and I will do my stealth.
Okay.
33. Finally, a respectable
Wow,
roll.
there you go. That's impressive.
Okay.
Shoot it. Flat-footed, so +2.
Yep. Well, you hit it for 11
Nice.
points of damage.
Were you
All right,
doing a
let's do
full
some-
attack?
Yep, let me do my extra damage.
Right?
11. Man, oh man, oh man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a 22 damage total.
Are
And then I move.
Oh, you move.
And then you're going to run away. Is that
That's great.
it? Mhm.
Does it have reach
I run,
though?
I run over there. No, this things can't attack the opportunity.
Well, that's very nice.
And I yell to say, Mo, get out here. We got company.
As a free action, Mo yells to Trucks, "We are under attack!" As a swift action, he activates his go-go jets and he
Nice.
rides
Oh,
out
very
Haste.
nice. His hasting, yes.
the hastening.
Now you can move forever.
Do I have a full? Are they undercover for melee from there for reach melee?
Yes. No,
All right.
they don't. No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Rusty likes that.
I don't mind that, I must admit.
Yeah, you guys are He's attacking my party. I don't like that on my watch.
You don't cotton to that.
Yeah, what's mine is mine, nihilist. Boom, boom. 19
Nice.
points damage, 19 points hit. Or no, I roll a 19 for a 30.
And 19 damage.
Well, once again, my own teammates are causing cover for me. All right, well, there it is. First of all, get him. So that's +2 to attack until my next turn. And then second, I will attack with Disintegrator Pistol to make him flat-footed.
Oh, you have to give me a fortitude save as you also feel the vacuum of space.
Do I actually have to do that?
Yes, you do. I've been reading up on it, and you have to make all the fort saves as everyone else does.
Does
Yeah,
Mo?
really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, one moment.
You don't get the benefits, you only get the negatives.
Mo does.
No, Mo
gets
does
a
not.
9.
No, it does not. It's only the beginning of your turn.
Oh,
right,
good. All right.
Well, I made the bluff, but now I'll make the Fortitude save.
Yeah, you roll 20 for the bluff. The fort save is 20, so you're fine. You get bonuses,
And now I'm attacking.
but you don't. If you read how they work, you'll find out you actually...
Yeah, no, I understand.
Really? Really?
Rusty crit! Oh my
Wow,
god!
Rusty.
It is a miracle!
I think I
my
crit
God.
once before.
Wait, but you used the laser? No, you used the disintegrator. Disintegrator has a secondary effect.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
And by the way, it's disintegration, so
Oh,
You
that's
vaporize
good.
it?
I'm looking it up again. No, it does not have a critical secondary effect. Hold on.
It does.
I'm getting a line next to it. Oh, burning. You're on fire. Hold on.
Fiber! Spoke.
I'm actually not seeing the crit effect on this. Hold on.
Oh, it's not. You're just
Yeah,
a greater
I-
pistol. Sorry, I was looking at the
Yeah.
wrong one.
Right, I saw a dash next to the critical. Yep, now, there it is. It's an okay weapon. It's not a great weapon. And it's +4 for everybody to attack it between the two abilities.
That's
Yeah.
That's good.
And he goes. He's like, he does not like all that.
Yeah. These men are nothing to be afraid of. They're nihilists.
Attack of opportunity.
No, it's a 5-foot step.
yeah, it's a
Ah.
step.
Guarded step.
Guarded step.
I'm just gonna say it anyhow. He slams Mr. Mo. Doing 16
Wow.
points of damage, and then one appears near Mr. Moroji.
Okay, there's more than one. This makes more sense.
Oh,
But does
trucks.
he just he was just there, or where's he appear out of?
He was leaning against the doorway, and he basically appears as if the void of space. You're not up yet. This one comes up to Rusty and slams him.
That's not Rusty.
Don't worry.
sorry.
Rusty's fine.
Sorry.
I know.
you
Don't. No.
rolled a-
Rusty's
for
fine.
Rusty.
Don't you worry.
It's a Faramir. It's only 13 points damage. It's not that big a deal. Tuttle's up. Now Tuttle needs to make a fortitude save as his lungs are decompressing. 10.
Yeah, it's not good.
He rolls a 3 for a 10. Jeez.
It's
1 point.
4 points of damage. It's not even
Oh,
that
4
bad.
points.
I have to ask, Jason, have you ever made a save?
Nope.
Maybe a reflex save at some point,
Just once,
possibly.
maybe. Yeah, because I think you've missed every will save and every fort save.
Well, I think we need some hot button action for this situation, so I'm gonna push the button.
Really?
Button, who's got the button?
All he's doing is pressing that button. All right. Press the button. You're going to roll a bad one day.
Rolls a
Let's see.
3.
3.
There are no bad ones. It's goblin technology.
Oh, there's some bad ones. This is the sing-along where he deploys the subwoofer and array of speakers. And Cheddar gets a +1 morale bonus on attack and damage rolls for 1 minute. And now
Nice.
all other creatures within 20 feet must make a fortitude save or be deaf. Everyone give me a fortitude save!
I'm not within 20 feet.
You're right. You don't need to. Cheddar doesn't need to. Cheddar's immune to it.
That's a bad one. Uh-oh.
Mo gets a 15. He's fine.
There we
Mo
go.
gets a 15. He's fine.
See, Bob, I
gets
can make a
15,
save every once in a
fine.
Against yourself. Can you make a save against someone else?
Niles is fine. He gets a 13. They're all fine, so none get deaf. So you push the button. Do you have a move you want to do?
I'm going to drop prone.
What a coward. I mean, good job. Okay, that's a weird one to do. Okay, you're prone. Cheddar's up.
He doesn't really have a great angle at either of these, so I'm going to move him into position to attack next turn.
Excellent. Now Hiroji once again feels the decompression of space in his lungs.
Save.
Fort save.
I clicked it. Why didn't it work?
I don't know. Your future-proof
Oh,
computer.
there's a fail.
You roll a 9.
It's definitely not computer. It's always going to be the software.
No, it's your internet connection. 6 points of damage as you can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Okay, there's one right next to you. He's hitting you. He's giving you a hug.
Yeah, I mean, are there any other ones that are going to pop out? Do I see?
Give me a perception, active perception.
Well, that
You do a move action.
that costs an action. I'm not doing that.
Move. It's a move. Okay, well then don't do. Okay, well then you don't know. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's some jumping off this roof for all you know. Maybe there's some coming behind the fence there.
I think it's just these two. There's not going to be any more. Don't
All right, well, so I make this guy the target of my trick attack, so I'm using my uncanny mobility. Let me do my stealth. That's a fail. 20.
You rolled a 2. Yeah, that fails.
All right, and I'm
Hiroji really doesn't like to get hit.
No, I really don't.
I miss the old Hiroji that would just be set on fire in pretty much every scenario.
I miss
and then
old
attack and do 3
Hiroji,
damage.
too. I miss him quite a bit.
But these doors to the north are closed, right?
Yeah, those are closed. And locked. That's the flesh factory that you guys were at a little while ago.
All right, I'll move there,
Okay.
and I can shoot.
Hide behind the mouse. That's
I shoot like halfway through that run.
You ran over to hide behind all 4 of us. Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not
You
hiding.
wanted-
I'm fighting.
No. I mean, there's a wall of 4 of us around you so that the bad monsters can't get at you. Seriously. Also, you didn't attack the one you had +4 to hit against.
Give me a fort save.
Who, me?
No, Mo.
Yes.
Mo's up. Fort save. 16. You feel fine. You're like...
You have to, Rusty. You have to leave the tactics to the specialist, the expert.
Okay,
Yeah, like
so
all fire on 1 to kill it and drop it.
he has a +4 against this Nihilus underneath him.
Yes, he does.
All right. I'm just going
I
to
had to make it that guy so that he
I
wouldn't
do.
attack of opportunity me.
a full attack.
So +0, basically.
Yeah, just a normal attack. And now I'm going to move and finish up my full attack.
Whoa!
Can you do that?
Haste.
Haste.
Yeah, that guy does not have a plus. You have a -4 for that guy, though.
Yeah. You won't have a bonus, but that's okay. You'll still get an attack. So what the hell?
It's this.
I would say go
-4.
1 below it, and it'll only be 30.
So you can attack, move, and attack.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's strong.
Dude, I almost used my jump jets if they could go higher than 10 feet, actually.
I know.
That would be awesome, because then I'd get... But you moved, I was going to get flanking. Dang, that would have been cool.
That's true. I do have a knife on my blade, on my gun.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Rusty's
I don't
up.
know if that
I have
counts.
I have a bayonet on my gun.
As a move action, get him. And as a regular action, I will fire with my arc pistol, not the disintegrator. I am out of the 20-foot range. Do I need to make a fort save?
You do not.
31 bluff.
Sure. You make it.
I'm running. That's twice in a row I've hit. Last time a crit. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I'm out damaged Hiroji by about what?
Yeah,
30 to
Rusty.
9 points of damage, rolling a 24.
Moving up on the DPS charts.
Well, I'm just saying,
What
in this fight, I'm significantly above, well, everyone but Mo. All right.
He comes over to give Mr. Mo a big old hug.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Oh, he did
Oh, good.
12 damage. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
he rolled a 2. 2 for damage.
They don't do a
Rolled
lot of
19 to
damage.
hit, of course.
Well, they're beating us down. I
All
mean,
right, I'm going to go ahead and shoot my pistol.
From prone.
Yep.
You don't get a +1 because I believe I'm giving him cover. Is that correct?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct.
is it cover or concealment?
Cover.
Cover.
So I guess what's the total? Because don't we still have the +2 from the get 'em?
Get him,
Yes.
you have.
So you get a
That's
+2.
Unless I do a full attack, in which case I do a -2.
That is correct.
I'm going to do full attack. What the hell?
That's it. Nice.
Nice.
Hit for 7 points of damage.
I like this. I like this ting ting
And
ting
miss
between my turns.
with a 4.
Okay, it has to make a fortitude save against rat rabies.
Oh, I forgot my fortitude save. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to make it.
You're
You're
not
now
at
within
20
20.
feet. That's why
Oh, right. Sorry. I forgot.
I'm holding
Yeah.
them back, so you guys don't have to make that roll.
Robot activated. Dance mode.
I'll fill out the wall. Help you out a little bit.
Hiroji.
Oh, here we
Hiroji,
go.
do you need to run to the other side of me and hide there? 'Cause-
Oh, I will be running. There's going to be running involved.
oh, good. I'm
Can you-
very glad to hear.
can
'Cause
you
there's
hide
a wall
behind-
of us between us and them. So
You know, as an action, you can actually grab Rusty and use him as a human shield.
Human shield activated.
Actually, you should delay your turn after me.
I will delay my turn.
Um,
Get out of the way! You guys are in the way of
Yeah.
my shot.
I'm going to make. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Mo's turn. He's going to
Fortitude
make a
save.
fortitude save. That is exactly what I was going to say. Rolls a
You're
10 for
fine.
17.
You're
Okay,
fine.
good.
The air is nice and breathable, if a little artificial, on Eox.
Ew, okay. So I'm going to take now, this is still another charge. I'm going to take a movement, a guarded step, and whop them.
oh, that was actually very clever.
Yeah, see, we're the tactical people here, so
Oh,
So,
no, oh,
just
this
watch,
is-
just watch and learn. Watch,
This is a
learn, and enjoy.
-2.
There seems to be someone who moved directly between me and the monster I'm shooting at. Who
Oh,
was
if it's
that?
a -2, then you miss.
Your
Okay,
shots are
yeah.
irrelevant.
Okay.
I've done far more damage in this fight than you have.
This is also a -2. I'll start putting these in.
We call your shots the harrying fire. It's
You guys all have a +1 to ranged attacks.
nice.
Which brings it to a +5 for Hiroji's attack.
All right, I'm going to go now.
Okay,
All right,
Hiroji
so let's
goes.
do my usual thing. Here's the trick attack.
Is it going to be a 1 or a 2 or a 3?
Oh, that's a success.
He rolls a 19.
37. Finally.
So,
Wow,
it's-
that's-
I'm getting
that's-
what kind of plus for it? You said that there's a get 'em, there's a flat foot, and there's a +1.
And
from
there's
you.
a Mo.
A
Yes.
Mo thing.
So +5 to this roll.
Well, +3, and he's flat-footed, so net +5. Yes.
You hit, rolling a 24, and do 10. Wow, that was
Wow, max
a
bonus.
lot.
You were saying, Rusty?
Wow.
Put that on a wall and frame it.
He
Full
rolled 3
respect
sixes.
for your maximum damage. I'm
Well,
very
It's
no,
actually-
it
no,
wasn't
it's
max.
not- It's not max.
It was
It's not
3D.
max.
I rolled
it
3D.
was max bonus damage. I mean,
No, no,
No, no.
3d8.
3D8.
Oh, oh. I thought you actually like.
No, I can do more than that. That's
He
I
rolled
thought you got the risk roll.
75% damage.
all right, and now I get to move. Yay!
Why don't you
Well,
move to the other side of me
You
so
guys
that I
are
can
just
get a clean
running
shot?
around like
No, move to the
crazy
other side of me
people.
and I'll get a clean shot. You know, strategy, man.
I move there.
Okay, that works too.
See, I don't enjoy the tactics.
Well, I'm really not used to using tactics. I mean,
Do you have
levels? So there's been no sign of it.
you have your GoPro going? You have your GoPro body cam running. You can watch it later.
Sorry, actually, my body camera isn't working since we engaged in violence with a criminal. So, okay. So first of all, get him, and secondly, I'm going to shoot at him.
And coordinated shot gives you a +1.
Well, that'll barely matter, but that's nice. Actually, I won't have any minuses. I have a clean shot for once.
Right.
26 bluff. I hope that works.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow, 4 damage. Yep, that's back to being
4
me. I
damage.
rolled a 1 on my damage.
I did
done.
28 my turn. Oh, you did 4. That's nice. That's
I
nice.
did 22 before that attack.
nice.
So
That's
I'm
nice.
up to 26. You're 28. So far, we're within a rounding error in this fight. So.
Well, it took you 3 rounds, but okay, who's counting? No one's really counting. Okay.
Did you not have 3 rounds? I think the fight has gone on 3 rounds. Well, never mind. That's fine.
I had to I had to run around.
Yes, you did have to run away quite a lot. That's a good point.
He had to get his exercise.
Gotta get
Full
steps in.
attack on Mo. Bludgeon hits for 13 points of damage, rolls a 30,
Damn, plus 14. Wow.
and second
Thank
one
you.
misses with a
Thank
7.
you. That was a burying this.
Hello, you on the ground?
I'm sorry Hiroji's blocking your shot there, Dr. Tuttle. I mean, Mr. Strategy could have
Well,
gone
he could
a little to the
move
north,
5
but
feet.
no, that's okay.
Actually,
Well,
as a swift action, Tuttle's going to stand up and move 5 feet.
to block my shot. What?
Well, actually, can I roll? Can I roll 5 feet?
Acrobatics check.
Moving pro. Oh, God. Hold on.
I think you can move prone 5 feet. I think you can do that, maybe, just on its own.
Yeah, there's definitely rules for that. I don't know them off the top of my head.
Why don't you pop up, move 5 feet, and then drop as I think it's a swift action or something to drop prone,
Yeah, dropping is a swift.
which is the same thing. So you can do all that.
Crawl. You can crawl 5 feet as a move action. Crawling is considered prone.
Yeah, it's a full move action.
Okay,
but
so
you
I
can
can.
just-
Okay, so I will crawl 5 feet, so I'm still prone in front of Bob.
Wow. Is this the
Whoa,
tactical?
that you didn't
genius?
really have
Whoa,
to.
that
I
is
was actually
awesome.
making fun of Chris more than you. But that's very sweet. Thank you.
That's
This is
super-
actually a pretty funny
Super
fight. It's
tactical,
like
yeah.
you see a little rat. He's like rolling on the ground, taking his shot,
We don't crawl here at Hudsuckers.
and he
Nice.
kills him.
Glory of the kill.
Glory of the kill. Dr. Tuttle is mighty
Nice.
and fierce and knows how to shoot better than the rest of us.
You guys have your little contest about who's got more damage. Then Tuttle gets.
You know, tell us there's a crowd watching us, because that's some pretty coordinated tactics. I don't know. I hope we're getting famous here.
Yeah, we actually
was
look
there a
like we
crowd?
know what we're doing for once.
There could be a crowd, and there could be like, why are those living killing our undead? Why are they killing
Crowd
us?
Quickly turns into a mob.
These are
Diplomatic immunity.
diplomatic immunity. We
It's
have
just been revoked.
Okay, so wow. All right, Mo is not going to search these things. He's ducking in here because his curiosity has got the better of him. He has to see Trux's reaction to what's going on outside, because he did tell her what was going on, and there should be some windows through these doors. So
I'm going
he's
to do
just
a quick
ducking in.
perception check just to see if there's any more. Great.
You look
17.
around. You don't see any more. You're looking everywhere.
Rusty is much too busy trying to do a presence attack on everybody here by flipping his pistols around and holstering them, looking cool.
Nice.
You look-
Gunslinger style.
You look cool.
Oh, yes.
You look cool. So both of these nils are quite dead.
All right, let's drag these bodies into the offices, and we'll search them in here.
yeah.
All right, so you're dragging all these dead bodies. You're dragging all this gear. Trucks is like, what are you guys doing? What are you bringing all this in here for? You're messing up my floors. Oh my gosh.
We'll give you a cut. We're going to sell some of this stuff.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to get some information.
I don't care about a cut. Look at this. Are you going to clean this up? You better go get the mop buckets and start cleaning this up afterwards.
Rusty will do that. We'll get him to do that. That's not-
I'm very busy today.
Cleaning is precisely what her job description says.
Maybe that robot
and-
over there, maybe it's got like a Roomba attachment you can add to it and start cleaning this thing up.
This represents years of research and development. I'm not using it to clean up a room.
Yeah. These are
Okay, then the
Corpse
rat can
fleet.
do it. You can do it, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You know, he's not.
I represent years of research and development. I don't.
All right.
clean rooms.
Mo has had enough of this. He's going to try and intimidate. Okay. He's going up to the
Really? You can intimidate your contact? Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm going to say enough of this. Your job is to clean the streets, and we're doing your job for you. These are Corpse Fleet hooligans, and we're bringing them. This is some of your homework we're bringing in. So
Street justice.
I don't want to hear anything about us cleaning up anything. This is your job. And he rolls a 18.
And not for nothing, I imagine none of you really want trouble with the Ministry of Eternal Vigilance for the fact that apparently...
Well, Rusty, you're not there.
Killing-
You're outside.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
outside.
I'm sorry. I take that back.
So she all looks sad. She puts up a little sign that says, "We'll be back in 5 minutes." And she's like, "I'm on my break," and goes upstairs.
All right. Well, while she's on her break, I'm going to start looking at these bodies closely.
Hey everybody, Steve here. So if you notice, that was kind of a goofy combat. I think I've mentioned this before, that it's actually good to have sort of these loose combats in the game. And you can tell, like, everyone can tell if the combat's going to be serious or not, if it's going to be life or death or not. And these guys could tell that this was not going to be a very difficult combat. So they're nice, they're getting goofy, they're arguing over who can do more damage, they're not really fighting for their lives, and it's good to break up the combat with these types, because there's, not every single combat needs to be life or death, not every single combat needs to be a real struggle. You kind of want to throw a few easy ones in there, and this one definitely was just sort of like a goofy one. It also had some nice atmosphere, because it had these creatures that were stealing breath from you, and that could suffocate you, but realistically, you can't really die. It was very hard to die for these guys at these levels from these monsters. So it just sort of was like an interlude, and I think it only took like 10 minutes. So again, nice little break. The guys have fun and sort of show off their combat chops. It's good to have that. Let's talk about my GMPC tip, which is probably the weirdest one I've ever done. So, jury duty. So, yes, this is weird. I got called for jury duty last week, which I mentioned on the show, and I got picked, which I couldn't believe, because I've kind of gotten picked in the past, but I managed to get out of it. But this time, there was no getting out of it. Someone tried to get out of it, and oh boy, the judge wasn't having anything about that. Now, the case is still ongoing, so I can't talk about it. It should be over by the time you listen to this. We're about done with the case, and I will tell you that I have to say that being on a jury and watching this case is one of the most fascinating things I've ever done in my entire life. I strongly recommend, if you get jury duty, don't get out of it. Try to get picked, because as a role player, it is fascinating. All I'm going to tell you is, or what I can tell you, it is a criminal case. So I didn't get a boring case. It's definitely not getting settled. There's no settling, because I heard one of my friends, actually Bob, one of my friends, Bob, he has been on 3 cases. All of them were settled on the first day. And the only other person I know who was on a case, but it was a lawsuit, was a friend of mine. She was on a very fascinating case. She would tell me about it afterwards. But that's it. I don't know anyone who's actually ever served or been on a criminal case before. But there's a reason why there's so many movies and TV shows on this. I mean, I know it's pretty interesting, but again, it's kind of like watching Twitch and actually watching, someone play role-playing versus actually being a role player. Again, it's like watching all these court cases is one thing, but actually being on it is really fascinating. Why am I saying all of this? Because these cases are very much like role-playing, in that you have two sides, the prosecution and the defense, and they're trying to prove their case using nothing but words, witness accounts, and pictures in some cases, and that's it. And in the same way that role-playing is theater of the mind, this entire case that I'm on is theater of the mind. Everything they describe, they do in extreme detail, so you sit there literally having to put together the scene of what happened in your mind, trying to picture who was where, and it's exactly like describing role-playing and having, these very fascinating encounters, except here it's in the real world. And I'm not trying to belittle what actually happened here, but the whole process I found extremely interesting. Again, when you're watching TV, it's one of these things when it's TV, because it's written, who knows, and it's not Judge Judy or any of those, which are kind of sensationalized, and they're for small stakes, and they're kind of having fun. The thing that I want to say about this case, and I really wish I could talk about it, is there are twists and turns. Every 15 minutes, there's another bombshell. I actually had to hold myself together during this case, because I almost had to say, are you kidding me? Out loud, multiple times. And even today, I had another one. I was like, it's just endless. It's just one twist, one bombshell, one turn after another. I can't even believe this is real life. And it has actually invigorated me to role play and just do crazy, crazy stuff. Because people might say, oh, that's impossible. I'll be able to say, you know what? I was on this case, and you would think that these 20 things that happened were absolutely insanely coincidental, and couldn't have actually existed, but I have it on record that this actually happened. The whole point of why I'm saying this is that the whole process, even just I would say watch case, like a real case, probably a criminal case, and just listen to how they describe the actions. You know, probably the best one I can think of, which is going to be weird, but I'll say it anyhow, is My Cousin Vinny. My Cousin Vinny is actually sort of similar, actually, probably the closest I've seen to actually a real court case, in that, you know, the two sides are presented, but if you don't present your side correctly in the appropriate manner, that you can really paint a very different picture. And it also gives me a very interesting concept of how you present your words during a role-playing session, of how you can lead your PCs down one way or another, because words really matter. I guess my whole point is that the whole concept of role-playing and theater of the mind and talking out actions has really been with us forever. This is something that, way before role-playing games even existed, because our court system's been around, obviously, over 200 years, and who knows before that, when people would go in front of kings and queens and emperors and sort of plead their cases, is that you have to tell a story, and that the little details of how you present the story and how you present your case, as whether or not you believe one side or another, is fascinating to watch how people who probably don't even role-play without realizing it, they're just lawyers, but they're really explaining and using the same language and techniques that we use as storytellers and role players, only here it's in real life. Again, it's hard for me to sort of explain this in detail without you, but I think you kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone's watched court dramas. Everyone has seen all those, TV shows. There's only about 10 trillion of them out there. But if for those of you who aren't into this stuff and really aren't into court dramas, I'd at least go see, I know it's a strange one, but I'd say it's pretty accurate, as My Cousin Vinny, in the sense that you can see how the court case can change depending upon the story and who's telling the story. Again, I think that's a pretty good example of how you could almost use court trials and arguments from attorneys in role-playing scenarios. And one final thing I will say, everyone there, they all knew they didn't want to be on court duty. No one wanted to be on the jury. They said, keep in mind, these people have been waiting years sometimes to get their day in court. Wouldn't you like the jury to be attentive and pay attention and do their best job possible if you're on the stand, if you're committed of a crime, if it was a family member? And that's true. So I actually have been fully paying attention, really into it. Unfortunately, this is literally the worst week probably of the year, so it couldn't have come at a worse time. But tell you, the juror hours, they're really easy. It's 9:30 to 12:30, then you have lunch till 2, and then you're done at 4:30, and you get paid. It's not so bad. So if you get jury duty, don't think of it as so bad. Go with an open mind. I'm actually having a great time. So the other really big thing I wanted to talk about is the 3 new classes coming out for the upcoming Starfinder Character Operations Manual. That is a hard book title to say, but that's right. There is a new book coming out at the end of 2019 called the Starfinder Character Operations Manual, and it's a source book full of new character options that is scheduled to release in late 2019. And in that book, there are 3 new classes. That is what I've been alluding to all this time, that I'm actually going to have the authors of the 3 new classes come on the show, and we're going to talk about them and what they were trying to do. So if you want to actually go out and playtest it, just go to starfinderplaytest.com. You can download these classes, and they're open for playtest and feedback until January 16th, 2019. And let's see what we have. First up is the Biohacker, a brilliant super scientist who analyzes their enemies and creates injections that can help allies or hinder foes. Biohackers specialize in scientific fields of study and utilize a scientific method that is either studious or methodical or instinctive or improvisational, the halls of any good mad scientist. Next is the Vanguard, a martial character who excels in melee fighting and channels the entropic forces of the universe to manipulate their surroundings, bolster themselves and their allies, and power their devastated unarmed strikes. finally, Paizo presents the Witch Warper, a charisma-based spellcaster pulls from alternate realities to power their magic and alters the environment and even nearby creatures into the Witch Warper's advantage. So those are the 3 new classes. When we initially looked at them, we said to ourselves, that seems like alchemist, monk, sorcerer? Or perhaps bard, monk, sorcerer? At least that's what we thought originally. I have not looked at the classes yet. I was supposed to get them early, but they weren't ready until the very last second, so oops. Oh well. Anyhow, I'm going to take a look at the classes. I'm going to go through them. The whole group of Roll for Combat's going to go through them. We'll tell you what we think of them. We'll try to play them a bit. As I said before, I'm going to have the 3 authors of the actual classes on the show so we could talk about them in more detail. Look for that shortly. As for the rest of the show, we have our regular show notes, new podcast every Tuesday. Do subscribe to us on iTunes and Android. Do check out Jason's Talking Combat every single Thursday. Do check out our Discord channel, just discord.rollforcombat.com. You guys can play games, get free t-shirts, hang out, find out lots of cool things. Do check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can check out our Reddit channel. If you want to support the show, do go to our Patreon. You can find it at rollforcombat.com. And as I said, do check out our interviews on the 3 new classes coming up very soon, as well as our thoughts of the 3 new classes as they were released, yesterday, if you're listening to the show on the day that we release it. Again, just go to starfinderplaytest.com and you can check them out. With that, I'll talk to you and see you guys next week. See ya.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, if you run out of range of your party healer, it's your own damn fault and you deserve to die.